there is that you're not sexually satisfied, there's a way women become angry.
Sex, why people glorify it so much. You can glorify it in marriage because you're doing it with the right person.
No woman that can take your spotlight. If I wrote you a symphony, just to say how much you mean to me, what would you do if I told you you were beautiful?
Hello, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Thank you for coming. Have you watched our previous video? If you've not, please go back and watch season 2. It was such an amazing catch. So today we are yet here with another topic, but before we go into the topic of today, my name is Beatrice Chimpi,
Karin Nyine,
Barbara Emiru,
Sandra Albanga.
Thank you so much, ladies.
Yeah.
So today we are discussing something which is very touchy. Touchy. Someone was asking, someone was in our inbox and asking, but you ladies, do married women also experience the thing which I'm experiencing? Like,
women, like married women also vibed. Oh yes, of course, of Queen Cho.
And I was like, I'll come and ask our audience, what do you think? Comment below. Is it true? Or when someone sees your ring, they feel like
actually, these days when they see the ring, it's like an opportunity,
especially for men.
because my visa is
Even pregnant women, they know that is a smooth journey to take.
yes, there's a responsibility.
This generation they fear responsibility. So they know you will not become pregnant again.
Yeah. And I know there are no strings attached. You belong to someone else, so it's easy
just
for
do
them.
a top
It's
up.
a smooth road for them.
Yeah, it is a smooth road, and these
So-
people fear responsibility.
I believe by us saying so, it means that some of us here have experienced that. How have you been able to maneuver around and overcome?
He knows I am a hot babe, I'm a hot chick. You know? And when I go out there, I meet people in Bakuda. It's obvious that a person, for example, we are working in working environment. You find like maybe a new client who has come in and they admire you, they leave you with a business card, something like that. You know? So I think it's normal to be vibe, but how are you going to take it?
Yeah.
You know that yes, you're vibing me, but I am married. So it is your response that is going to give them the answer.
Yes, exactly.
They give a business card, don't call them like you're married, like, you know? So
I mean, calling it doesn't mean that
You're supposed to accept her.
Yes. Calling it is something like, first of all, you're looking good. You're looking good. And yeah, it is okay to look good. Because it also look good. But the thing is, it's your commitment and your actions. You know, someone will always come to vibe you, but show that you're committed and you're not ready to respond. Don't give any positive maybe action to show. Don't flirt.
Yeah.
Even if they get your number, be the serious Christian that they will know her. So at the end of the day, they will continue to appreciate. But they will see you and be like, you know what?
Yeah.
You know, when they bring in suggestions, I mean, have the
it's the same thing. Everybody, you're walking in a street, but men will be. So everybody that sees you, will you accept them? No.
And the more you show them that you're serious, by the way, in such spaces, because usually people who vibe us, we are in the same spaces, maybe the same meetings, maybe we, you know, but the more they get to know that your actions are usually, they will stop.
Back off.
Back off.
I've personally seen people struggling, like you really know that your friend is married, but you see them fidgeting around, texting other men. The husbands know nothing about it. What do you guys think about it? Flirting when you're married and you're on your phone flirting with other men, giving them such signals.
Yeah, I think that's a decision that you take as an individual. Because when you know you're married, you've already committed to someone. So whatever rubbish you want to bring in, that's the flirting you hear about. But if you know you're not interested in any kind of infidelity, why should you go ahead and flirt around? Why should you go ahead and engage someone? Because the moment you show these men the moment you give a man a signal that you're present,
That
you're
you are
available,
present, you're
that
there.
you're available, they will text you, they will disturb you, they will
They
ask you
will
for
do
this,
whatever
they
it
will
is.
take you,
And
begin
also-
accepting those offers of lunch, of going out, you've brought them into your
And
space.
also,
Yes.
Sandy, also it also applies to the husbands, I think. I think even I don't know, I've not carried out a survey, but I have a feeling, according to the statistics, the few statistics that I've seen around, men are the ones that are falling into this ditch a lot.
Yeah, men flirt a lot.
Citing, they flirt a lot.
Just a lot, and they feel
But my
it is
dear,
wrong.
these days, even women, you're not
Even
easy.
women,
We are actually, I
Because- no, that-
I
because
saw
the
a
thing
survey
is-
of late. Women, we are doing badly compared to men.
No, the thing is, we are flirting with men, and men are
Because
flirting with
we
women.
have
It is a thing.
no, initially I think before married women used to respect their vows, but today we are in a society where even married women
Massive things have changed.
there's nothing like things have changed. We have allowed to
Well, like
say
a
that-
fed back. Men
Yes,
are-
and things that men cheat. Then even women, you've taken it that it's okay for even married women to go ahead and cheat because we have accepted to run the way society has turned things around.
One thing I can talk about is we these days we lack discipline. Yes, and we've
Actually,
compromised a
discipline,
lot.
yes.
We've compromised a lot. You think what you're doing, you can pray around with it. But as Christians, especially, I'll talk for myself because I'm a Christian and I'm not like shy about it. I mean, you cannot be in another active relationship at the same time you're in a relationship with the Holy Spirit. At the same time you made vows. I mean, I think we have to go back and be disciplined and respect ourselves, respect the inner you.
Yeah.
Because it's because why you're doing whatever you're doing, because you lack that discipline.
Okay, some of them cite I'll say lame excuses such as I'm bored, my wife or my husband is no longer
That is
giving.
all lacking discipline. Because
Yeah, it's
boredom,
also-
it comes.
when we are getting married, we make a commitment to God and to your husband.
Yes.
So the moment you're bored and you want to try outside, that means you're breaking your that discipline. So it's a discipline. That discipline, you're breaking that discipline, but also breaking the commitment that you made between God. That means
Yeah.
weird. You're not respecting God, but also your
Your
partner.
husband, your
So
partner, yeah.
Maybe another thing I would add, a friend, just avoid being idle. You know, boredom comes in when you're idle.
And I don't mind. It's a
Yeah,
different
when
option.
you're idle, things will catch you up. When you're idle, avoid being idle. Get skills, learn, be busy, find things, think. I mean, beyond what you're doing, because the more you're achieving, the more you're fighting for things in your spirit, the inner you, boredom will not meet you.
Also-
and relationship is not the only thing that kills boredom, because you're going to flirt with that person. At the end of the day, you'll move on. Why don't you just move on automatically without, spoiling, leaving a bad name behind for yourself?
I wanted to mention that also the kind of friends that you keep. If the friends you're keeping, you're married, but your friends don't keep
They're always
covenant,
negative.
they don't keep the commitment.
Most people that end up on that route, it is
It's
because
because
of
of
Their
peer
friends.
pressure.
Because their friends are like, oh, my husband is cheating. They call them Panado. Fluo Panado. You're going to be hearing that and you're going to think it's okay. So what your friends do, you also do.
But me, I want to contradict a little bit. According to what I hear these days, those guys, they're married, but it's like everyone is in their own cacon. It's not even about the group. Because I'm married, I don't want Barbara to know that I'm in a relationship with Mr. So you find all of us, 4 of us, we are tailors, but we are on one man, and we are not sharing anything. There's nothing like even
And
it's
they
a
don't
peer
know.
pressure.
Because
And they do not know.
people-
Because I'm
people
married.
don't know.
Yes, because I'm married, I don't want Barbara to know that I'm cheating on my husband. Neither Barbara doesn't want me to know. So this man is playing
The
all
four
of
of you.
us because we're all keeping
Me
it to
also going
ourselves.
to bring up this thing which is going on around town. I heard of something. I was like, what? It's communal sex. I don't know whether you guys are hearing about it.
I've heard about
I've
it.
heard about
Communal
it,
sex,
yes.
where let me say we are working for a certain organization, and on the weekend we go and have like we've been like such a house, and like you can sleep with any one of us.
to kill
Like on the weekend you'll be like, we are catching up tomorrow. I'll sleep with Karine. How I'm going to sleep with Sandra. Like now, sex is becoming something that is so normal. Like sleeping with another person, it's now a trend. Like you will be so bored to sleep with only one woman for the rest
That
of your
is
life.
the thing. Those are the things that were the society has how they call
Bandwagon.
diluted. I think norms.
Actually, the
Norms.
values have been
The
diluted.
values are being, because man, what is
Communal sex.
How can you go if you have met in
Community.
I think it goes back to the inner self, yourself, the things you've decided to go with. Those are the things that will follow you. But what Barbara talked about, my friends, the Bible says that bad company corrupts. Yes, it is very true. Yeah, when you be in a company where everyone are in a panado, Beatrice, you cannot miss out on a panado.
Yeah, it's
Because
really
they will
hard.
tell you how to do it. They will train you. They'll give you
And they will make you think what you're doing is wrong. Not having a Panado, you can't do.
But then you find your husband, you will die. We have had, I've ever had
Actually.
such a group.
Yes.
I have such a group like years back. That day you find your husband cheating, you will die. Because when you're also in the same space, dying hurt you. Because you're already on the journey. And forgiveness becomes
Easier.
That's what my friends
Can we also mean that is that
Yes.
because of like friends?
Your friends watch their conversations. If they are negative, you become a negative person. If they are positive, if they have Panados, you cannot miss out.
Yeah,
on
you
the
cannot
Panados.
miss out.
Check well. And even our boys, because even boys these days are conned, and they say yes.
Yeah.
Because maybe of other things, I don't know.
Bambi, they are vulnerable boys as
But
well.
remember, whatever you're doing, Ofachi, ask yourself Ofachi. Because as she has mentioned, it is a good thing. But when it is practiced in the wrong situations, wrong seasons, with wrong people, it becomes Ofachi.
And also to add on one of the clips that I was seeing around TikTok, and I've sent it to someone who had a youth who had asked me questions in line with marriage, in line with sex.
Yeah.
Sex, why people glorify it so much, it has to. You can glorify it in marriage because you're doing it with the right person. But the people who are glorifying it in outside marriage, they just want to promote some agenda from the enemy. Because someone knows that when you have sex with someone, you are combining spirits and souls and
the body.
all that. So imagine you vowed to Barbara that with my body I honor you. And then you're outside sharing Barbara, because once you sleep with Beatrice, me and Dennis, we are one. So if he goes or I go and sleep with another person, they are sharing. Like the marriage is getting multiplied. And to become one, now we're adding us.
Because we are multiplying.
Sexual network.
And this in the spirit, it kills everything. Can we talk about the dangers that this brings even in marriage? People may not see, but I've seen people once their marriages started going that road. Businesses, children, success, everything.
That devil.
Yeah.
Imagine one thing I can share. I was just feeling it right now. Don't blame yourself. Somehow, somewhere, I don't know, you're watching us and you feel, hey, those ladies, don't. Just make a U-turn. Just go back, all the points that we've mentioned, to start being disciplined.
Yeah.
Compose yourself. Stop showing people that you're interested. You know, it will pass.
Yes.
And life will, you know.
And God will
As my
forgive
friend
you.
do share the negative, because it is negative.
Yeah.
It is negative. We are not polishing it, we're not, but just make a U-turn.
Yeah.
And all will be well.
Yeah, that is good for
when you're doing it, you feel like you're gratifying your own self. Like me as Beatrice, I want to just feel. But at the end of the day, it's Serene involved. It is Isabel. All my children, I'm bringing them into this thing.
Yeah, the caviar.
Into the caviar. You know, when you think deeply about this among other sins, this one, when you think about it, in marriage, it goes like you're not. When you get married, you stop being selfish because you stop living a life of your own. I'm now me and Dennis with my 4 children. So whatever decision that I'm making, I'm bringing all these 4 people, the 5 people, and their children's children along. So once you just think about that, you even put your back down and be like, but
We need to learn to ask ourselves that. So you ask yourself everywhere, not just
everyone, not even
Before you do it, you need to ask yourself, what is the end result?
Why am I doing
Where
what
am I? Yes, because in most cases it even brings comparison. And the moment you begin comparing your partner with another person, you're ending it. That is why when you talk about the things of sex into marriage, some people will tell you, my husband does not satisfy me, my woman does not satisfy me. Why are they not satisfied? Because you're on a sexual network, and because you're comparing yourself with someone. With someone that you had.
Another book. Then in that night you're reading another book.
And then in the end, you're sleeping with someone, but you're thinking about another person that you had lunch with. And then that automatically you will not get satisfied. And before you know it, there is anger coming from one person. Then it goes back to what Beatrice said. And then you're going to shift that anger onto the children. These other third parties, and the next generation is going to suffer. Before you know it, or whatever happens when there is caviar in the house, things are not working. Businesses start failing, your career starts failing, and then there is total confusion.
One of my mentors, she uses that old school still old things, those old traditional things, they still do work. Those days people used not to just have community sex. You call that communal. Call it community sex. That was not there. Because if you enter the house, workmates man, it is community sex. So the community sex. Let's go back to the basics. What those things? I mean, our parents were there. So get those traditional norms. Bring them back to you. Me actually, even in my marriage, I had to go and pick out those things I used to see my mom doing. And man, those traditional things.
Those beliefs that keep us with this.
There are those positive things. Go back. How did your mom used to conduct? Yes, maybe my dad had children outside, but I did not see her having panados. She kept on praying. She kept on blessing. She kept on preparing food. She kept on doing those things. And when we see them celebrating 35 years in marriage, we say, wow, I want to be like them. But you're not worrying because when you're doing something,
you're not working very well.
Yes, me have picked those traditional, even in church. I've picked those traditional things. We used to see our pastors praying. Gweto saba. My pastor saba. Kati gweto saba. He's always praying. Gweto saba, but you want to say, hey, I have to be like Pastor Bernard. For you, you've never fasted. So let's pick all these traditional things and bring them back to us for our benefit.
Now, it doesn't matter. Actually, people think that when you're traditional, you're local.
You're not
local. You're not.
At the end of the day, it is going to help you. Me, I believe there are my friends at campus who look at me and be like, no, man. I have a friend who she usually reaffirms it to my, but Karen is in that you will be successful. She tells it to me every time I meet her. I say, you used to do the things, but for you, you used not. And guess what? That does really.
Well, all this comes back to discipline. What kind of discipline are you building in your marriage? If commitment itself, it's a discipline, and you say, this discipline, I'm carrying it on, it's between me, God, and my husband.
For me, one of the things that has held me or has helped me has been self-control. And also thinking so much about life after here. Like my life, me being married to my husband, I'm not married, I'm married to him for love, but also I'm married to him in honor of God. Like my God first, then my husband next. So if he hurts me, or if anything happens in our marriage that warrants me to get a Panadol, I will not do it, because the Bible says he who sins through fornication and adultery sins to his, I'm paraphrasing, they sin to against their own body. You get that sin? It's the only sin the Bible talks about where you're sinning against your own self. You get it? So it can be in a moment looking like, I'm solving my situation, I'm happy, this
At
guy.
the moment.
But I was listening to a video where someone said, some people after even sleeping with those people, they be like, now what was I looking for? Even my wife is
It's not life-giving.
Yeah.
It is not life-giving. That's why
just taken away
after
from
you start to question.
Yeah.
Actually, that's what can I say? A beauty with sin. The moment you finish sinning like this, and then what gets in your mind, like, what was I really up to?
Yeah.
You don't see the cause, even the satisfaction. Instead of getting satisfied, you end up regretting.
You become angry.
You can even become bitter of yourself. You know that bitterness even comes in. That's why sometimes they say when a man finishes to use you as a woman, when it wasn't about love, in most cases relationships sometimes end there. The value ends there. If the person has been pampering you, they stop pampering you. If the person has been picking your calls, he stops speaking your calls, and then that's when even the thing of like you're so cheap even comes in, because you gave in yourself.
You run out of peace.
Yes, and then the sin starts from there, following you and hurting you.
Me with Sandra, I'll share my experience.
A wife out there, but now the partner has been cheating and cheating and cheating.
Painful, it's hurting.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, it's hurting.
Because life is boring, guys. Do we agree?
Yes.